having technical difficulties already. I think that today is day 15 of Tour de Fleece. It's week 3. I have not remembered what day of the tour it is supposed to be since like day 8. So whatever day of the tour it is the beginning of week 3. Welcome back to my channel.
It's stage 15
So
of 19, of 21.
So I was correct. It is day 15. It is Sunday today. Sorry? You're saying that stage and day is not the same thing?
I don't think it is.
But it is, because there's 21 days in total, because it's 3 weeks.
I don't think they count the rest days. Never mind, don't forget.
I don't know. Joe doesn't know. The internet apparently doesn't know. Why would Joe know?
What?
Why would you know?
I don't know. I still don't know that either.
Nobody knows anything. Today we are joined by the lovely Joseph.
Ah!
Joe is currently playing... Which one is this? Ah! Skyward Sword. And he has very kindly turned down the sound. You can probably hear fans because it's still boiling hot. I'm sorry if that's annoying. I'm not turning them off. I have finished spinning both singles for my second skein.
No! Oh, you fucking idiot.
There's no way that killed you.
You didn't climb.
For my second skein of this spin. So I have somewhere a whole bunch of leftovers. So I'm assuming I will have leftovers again because these do not look the same. And anything that is left over, I will just spin with this and have a miniature skein. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do because it won't, the colour placement won't look the same if I spin this on itself. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I might do nothing. Who knows? So this afternoon we will be plying. I do have a Skein in the Stitch subscription. This was delivered yesterday. I will not be showing my address this time, unfortunately.
Did you show your address on?
Yes. I had to cut out so much of it because I couldn't spot blur. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just had to cut a bunch.
No.
I have no idea what colour this is supposed to be. So it is a surprise for everybody. Ew! It's the horrible one that I was really nervous to get last time. I don't like this at all.
You not?
No, I forgot to pause the subscription.
Oh no.
This is the stinky poopy one.
The stinky poopy one?
It is a stinky poopy. I am very disappointed in these ones, I'm not gonna lie. They actually look nicer on the camera than I think that they do in person. What do you think?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
This is the Heiress and Happy Disposition. No idea which books these are from.
Who comes up with these names?
Jess at Skein in the Stitch comes up with the names based on books by... Is Jane Austen the author, or is Jane Austen the name of one of her books?
Jane Austen's the author.
This is so frustrating because this is a blend of Merino and BFL, which is going to be an absolute delight to spin. It's a shame that I think that the colours are kind of rubbish. I don't really mind this one so much, but I just don't really understand why there's sneezes of black on this.
What'd you call me?
I don't like this as much as I liked the last one. And only this morning I was saying, I might want to spin these today. I don't want to spin these.
Ever.
Ever. No. I will. Just probably not very soon. So today, what is the plan? I'm going to ply these. And then I need to spend some time combing some nests, because I think I only have 2 or 3 nests. I have 2 nests left of my Shetland fleece prepared, so I have to do some combing. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the evening spinning up those, I think. Or do I just spin the white fleece? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm going to see how I feel when I'm forced to decide. I feel like I had things to discuss today, and I cannot remember what they were. I'm so 50-50 about whether I like this wheel or not, my e-spinner, because one minute everything's going awfully and I'm having the worst time spinning ever, and then the next it's like the best spinning I've ever done. She says it's immediately going wrong. I have been more consistent with my drafting, and I think I'm putting, she says this bit doesn't look too good. I think I'm putting a good amount of twist in my singles, because they don't look as blown as maybe they would be before the tour started. So who knew that consistent spinning actually made a difference? Like, this bit's really, really nice. There are some very thin spots, but nothing super thick. It's only as thick as I would have wanted it to be, if that even makes sense. The placement of the dies on both of these braids were slightly different. So the end product, they might look slightly different from each other, but I have accepted that, and I've decided I actually don't really care. Because they are the exact same colours, they've just been placed slightly differently, so I can't say that that would have too much of an influence on anything. But until it gets knit up, who knows? I think what we'll do is show you some of the plying, because usually my wheel is in frame at the same time and I've just realised that it isn't. There we go. It is several hours later in the day, and I now have all skeins finished from this spin. So these are the 2 that I spun up today, and this is the one that I managed to finish last week. I had a tiny bit left over. I got as much onto the bobbin as I could, and I still had a tiny bit left over, which has resulted in this one. And I do still have... Did I put it back in here? I do still have this bobbin, and I just don't know what to do with this, because it's such a small amount that I won't use it. But I also don't want to throw it, so I need to make a decision. But I have lots of yarn, which is very exciting, and I really like the colours. I think that this would make a really nice traveller shawl. Or is it? I still don't know what it's actually called, because I can't remember what she calls the really big version of it either. So I'm really pleased with this. I still can't decide what I'm going to do next. It's a bit late in the day to start combing, so I don't... Why? Well, we're going back to your house for dinner with your mum. Like, literally from now, basically. And then when we get back, I'll spend all of that time combing and then probably not really have any time to spin. Which just doesn't sound very fun. So I don't know what to do.
I feel like you can still do everything that you need to do.
I don't know. I can't decide what to spin. I don't know what I would prefer. It's either the Shetland or the white one.
The white one?
Do you think I should just be brave and start the white one?
Yeah.
Should I?
Why the devil not?
Because what if it goes wrong?
Well, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
And then, because both of my wheels will rely on prepared fibres, either way I'm forced into carding or combing at some point.
Cardi B.
No. So maybe I will be brave and I will start my Shetland spin today or tonight, because I don't have to really prepare anything for that. Just, I'm giving you the floor.
The floor to do what?
To say things. If they can even hear you, I don't know if they'll be able to hear you.
Do the white one.
I'm going to really quickly get these washed so that tomorrow they'll be dry and I can measure them. And then I guess I'm going to go straight onto my...
Oh, you're white, ain't you? White, white, white.
My white fleece. I'm scared! I'm really scared. I've been editing my week 2 video and I have made notes of things that I would like to discuss with you. But I'm going to save that for when I get home tonight. We can talk about them then. One of them is an apology, because I'm going to do that now. At the end of the video last week, I said I only finished 1 skein, and that's literally not true. I finished 2 and a sample.
Liar.
So sorry about that. And then we'll come back to the other points later. Today is day 16. It is Monday of week 3. And I am having the most amazing time spinning my white fleece. I'm loving this. It's actually been going pretty well, I have to admit. So I'm going to continue to do that today. And I think I'm going to go until I can't anymore because I'll have to both comb and card. So let's get started. I have some Rolags here. So I remember the last one that I did yesterday, I really drafted this out first, which I wasn't at the start, and I did find that this made it much more enjoyable because I'm fighting with it less. So I just want to touch on like the feedback that I've been receiving. This is not really getting me very well. And it's been like overwhelmingly positive. There's actually been nothing negative, which is so incredible. Not saying that I was expecting it to be negative. That's not what I'm implying with that. I'm just like so impressed and like so pleased that people are actually enjoying my videos, because I was really nervous to start making any kind of content because I was just like, well, why would anybody care what I have to say, you know? But that's just, it's not necessarily true. People have been so kind since I posted week 2, because obviously my like situation with my job, it seems like people also believe that it was the right decision to make, which is fantastic. I don't have any updates for that at this time. My job has officially posted the advert for my position. I don't know if I'm involved in the hiring process, although I do believe that I should be, because it was my job, you know. I do have a little bit of like show and tell. You can probably already see it on the bed here. I finished knitting my porcelain sock. I finished it, was it yesterday or the evening before yesterday? I'll stop this in a second and show you. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to knit that, considering it is just a vanilla sock. But obviously with Tour de Fleece and everything, it definitely has put me behind my usual like knitting timeline. Like I get things done a little quicker. Also this like little clip thing came with my combs by the person that also made the Argonaut. It is fantastic. It just like pinches off the fibre. Incredible. Yes, so we have now 2, where are you down here? 2 finished porcelain socks. I need to wash these today. I'm going to move this because it doesn't need to be down there. I'm going to get these blocked today. I love these so much. I had so much fun using this yarn, and I do also have enough to knit a second pair. I only have enough of the contrast to knit either the toe or the heel on the second pair, but I do have enough otherwise. My mum has actually claimed the leftovers, as upset as that does make Joe, because he also really wants some porcelain socks. Hopefully in a future festival, James Makes Yarn has more porcelain. Maybe I could buy a second skein. I would definitely do that, because I I've had like the most positive feedback on these socks over any other. So I might be able to squeeze out 2 more pairs for people with a second skein. Who knows? But that also now means that I can cast on a new sock. And I gave my boyfriend 4 or 5 skeins that I had narrowed it down to. They were giving me good vibes. And he picked this skein here from Truly Hooked. This is her Dr. Facilier ? Colorway from her Disney something and villains, princesses and villains range that she did recently. I got this and another skein. I got the Cruella skein, I think. And yesterday I was a bit like, I don't know if I really want to knit pink socks. Today I really want to knit pink socks. There is some red in here, which I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like the red doesn't really make sense. But we'll see, we'll see. There's actually some pretty, like, deep purple variations as well. Okay, maybe it will be fine. It goes pale there. There's some black. It's a big old chunk of red, though. I don't know that I would have made that decision, personally. But I did not dye them. So it doesn't matter what I think. I've chosen it's a ribbed sock. It's this one. That was speaking to me the most. I almost went with a really textured pattern, but I felt like it would kind of be wasted on such like a bright coloured sock. So I'm going for a ribbed sock instead. And I might cast these on tonight. I don't know. I do still... Oh my god, I can actually talk about it now. Because when this is uploaded, it would already be in their hands. I am knitting my granddad a hat for his birthday. Using my first load of hand-spun Shetland. This is leftover from the hat that I knit my dad for Father's Day. I am using the same pattern as the one I used for my dad, but I have done it stockinette instead of knit one per one, instead of a ribbed hat. I probably should have gone down in needle size because this is looking quite big. But he is a man, and men do have big heads. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too big, or that he won't mind if it's too big. I feel that he is the kind of person that will love it regardless, because this was like pretty much made completely from scratch. Like, the only thing extra that I could have done is raised and shorn the sheep myself. So this is what it's looking like. There's my lifeline. I got too far into it before I realised it was still quite big. And I just don't have the time to knit completely from scratch now, because it is Monday and I need to gift this on Saturday. So I am on the like ribbed brim portion. I've done about that much. I want to like double or even triple that, I think. Yeah, so that is the secret project that I can talk about that now I can talk about. And then of course I am due a new cast on, but I also really want to cast on the Sunny Tea. We'll see though, we will see. Who knows what I get up to. But on the subject of knitting and yarn, I need opinions. I put this question to Instagram and TikTok, and it is like a pretty 50-50 split between 2 of the 3 colorways. So basically, I would like to knit, I want to say it's blouse number 4 by My Favorite Things. Whatever one is the correct one will be on the screen. And I would love to knit from my using yarn, Jesus, from my favorite hand dyer, Pixie Yarns. And there was 3 colorways that I was stuck between. I have since narrowed it down to just the 2 that I am the most interested in. So I would like to know what you guys think I should buy. It is either, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head and I cannot. The green I want to say is Sage, and the other one, the more like variegated one, I want to say is like Symbiosis, something along those lines. I can't decide which one I think would suit me more. Apparently I'm a soft summer. I don't know how true that is. I also don't live completely strict to that. I think if you like something, you should just wear it. Because at the end of the day, I really don't think it matters like that much. It's like not deep, is it? Oh! But yeah, I still would like to know what you guys think I should do. Because I cannot decide. I'm getting so many notifications. Do people not know that I'm talking to all of my friends right now? Hi. Welcome. Why am I welcoming you? We've been in the video. Today is day. It's Tuesday today. I realised that I still have not weighed and measured my 3 skeins from last week. Look how much there is. So we're gonna do that now before we get into anything else. I'm just creating a new hand spun thingy for it on Ravelry. What do we call this? I have no idea what to call this. TDF week 2. It is multicolored. It is a, what do we say, DK? It is a 2-ply. Okay. We're gonna do skein 1, 2, and 3 because I don't know how else to measure it. So I have in here, without flashing my address again, these tiny, tiny little cards, which I just ordered these off eBay. And it also comes with a little string. I need some scissors. Where are all of my scissors? Baby! I have baby scissors. And I'm just going to cut 3 small pieces to attach. Okay, let's number these. I have my table down here. Sorry, it is out of view. 1, 2, and 3. This is not in order of the first, second, and third, like the order in which that I spun them. It's just I grab number 1. It is number 1, which I think actually is the first one that I spun. So what I do is, all of my many laptops, this is my lunch break, I have another work from home day. I'm just going to lay it out in a circle, a rough circle, measure around. I want to know in inches. We are at approximately 53 inches around. 53 inches times how many plies? It's not pliers, it's how many strands. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 32, 34, 38, 42, 44, 46, 52, 54, 56, 58, 62, 60, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 84, 86, 88, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 102, 104, 106, 108, 110, 112, 114, 116, 118, 120, 122, 124, 126, 128, 131 strands. And then we get to do math. By get to do math, I mean we Google it. What did I say? 53 inches times 131. Is 6943 inches. 6943 inches in meters is 176 meters. Fantastic. And then I'm just going to tie this on. I don't really care about weighing it with this because it's so small. This literally weighs like nothing. So it don't bother me. And then I'm going to find... I'm going to tie it onto... I'm going to wind it before I tie it. I think I had an issue with that last time. Ta-da! Oh, it's so cute! I love this so much, guys. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to knit with this already. And of course, everything is kind of hidden. Ta-da! Now we have our tag attached on here. And I'm just going to do this for all the rest. Skeins 1 and 2 are both 83 grams, which is surprising. So skein 1 is, did I say 72 grams? I meant 83 grams. I don't know what I said. 176 meters, 185 meters, and 52 at 27 grams. In total, what is this? Let's get my calc up. That's CapCut. This is enormous. My calculator does not need to be the size of the page. There we go. We have, because I'm not thinking about this in my head, plus 27 in total, 193 grams. Which brings us to a total of 176, 185, and 52. 413 meters. That's amazing. I'm really happy with that. Like, really happy with that. I'm just going to see, because I keep talking about the Traveler cowl. How much did I use? Ooh, I used 280 meters when I knit my first Traveler cowl. And I'm pretty sure I also made it smaller than it was supposed to be. I think I made the youth version. Yes, I made the youth size. Because that was all I had. Oh my god. Do I know where that is now? Yes, here it is. This is my first Traveler cowl. Made with hand spun. I loved this so much, literally from start to finish. This was such an exciting project. Bring it up closer so you can see all like the colour variations. It's looking like quite vibrant on the camera, but I wouldn't say that it was very vibrant. I would say it was quite muted, and I knew that I wanted to have a bright version of this as well. Hello, this might be it. Can you see the vibe? Can you? Because this yarn, for example, that I also spun, it would be a shame to have two really muted cows that were basically the same. So I'm not sure what that's going to be, but I loved this, and I am so keen to make another one. Guys, I'm excited. Let me see. With that handband that I just showed you, I called it Fiber Junkie 1. I don't think I have any pictures for it, so I need to do that really. Oh, that's fair enough. I called this one TDF 2. I might as well call this Fiber Junkie 2, which I do have a picture on my phone ready. So I've got 286 meters of that, so like I could totally do that if I wanted to, but I don't. If I said I've got 0 to 285 to give myself a meter grace, and it is DK, what could I knit? I could make a few hats. I could make my favourite thing scarf number 5. Apparently the Night and Day cowl, but that is 2 colours, so I would not do that. The Marielle scarf, flow loop scarf. Apparently I could make a vest. I don't think I have enough for enough? I think this is for a baby. Yes, that's for a baby. So maybe I could do that. That could be cool. Who knows? I've gone so severely off topic with this. So, this is done now. I can add this to my Tour de Fleece pile that we will go through another day. How many skeins is that? 3, 5, like 8 and a sample, which is fantastic. I'm going to get my spinning done for the day now, I think. That's okay, right? You can kind of see. I know that this is probably annoying, but we want this to be the focus. I have loved every second of this spin so far. I think that I've actually managed to be really consistent. There are some very blown spots by accident, which make me nervous, considering how I have been spinning like really well. I spent a few hours yesterday carding some nests. So I have replenished some rolags here that look like this. How lovely. I've got enough here to get a little bit of spinning done today. And I could tell as I was spinning, because I was going from like my best quality rolags all the way through to the beginning, the ones I made at the start, which were rubbish, and I could definitely tell a difference. So now all of these ones should be really nice, and they should be really enjoyable to spin. I've done like 4 passes. I managed to get out quite a lot of VM. I've got out quite a lot of second cuts that I had skipped over when I first started, and I drafted pretty heavily. I don't know if this is more than most people. I don't really know what people usually would recommend. But let's get this set up, shall we? And in there, and I'm spinning fine. I don't know if you can tell like very well how fine that is, but like it's fine. Yeah, that's a bit blown. Okay, I just forgot I need to close my door. So I did remember something else that I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I realized I spoke about, when I was talking about Fiber Junkie yesterday, I only said like partly what I wanted to talk about. So I have 2 advents this year. I've never ever taken part in an advent before. I've got 1 fiber advent and 1 sock yarn mini skein advent, which I'm pretty sure I did add on the like full size skein for Christmas Day as well. If I didn't, oops, because I think I was definitely supposed to. And like that was already more than I was supposed to do. I started with the fiber one, which I'm getting through Skein and the Stitch, the person that I usually get my fiber subscription from every month. And that was going to be it, because advents are expensive, and it's usually you have to pay in full immediately, and they're all pre-orders, so you have to make a decision like pretty early on in the year. So I said, I'm just going to do the fiber. It was like £60. I could afford to let that amount of money go. And then Chromatic Yarns announced that she was doing a jam themed advent, and her like colour mood boards immediately hooked me. I had to have it. And thankfully she was offering a payment plan. I have 1 more payment to make. I get paid on Friday, so I'm going to pay that off then, and then it's done. And I can forget about it until December, or like whatever time of year that she's sending them out. I think she's just starting to dye them now, which is so exciting. However, as I was saying yesterday, Pixie Yarns is my all-time favourite dyer. I love the colours that she comes up with. I think that she's just completely like mastered it, in my opinion, with like the types of colours that I would like to use and knit with. She put up a story on Instagram the other day asking if there was any interest in advents. Are you kidding me? I cannot afford a 3rd advent. Also, 3 advents is crazy. That's like really greedy, no? I don't need to have 3. And also, because if she does drop an advent, I know I'm going to buy it. Like, I'm going to pay for it. Whether I have the money or not, I will figure it out. Because as I was saying, she has just absolute like mastery over dye. And so yeah, I want to know how many advents other people have, if at all, this year, and who they got theirs from, whether you're in the UK or otherwise. I'm curious to know how popular advents actually are. I don't think I've seen anybody else doing fiber advents apart from I'm pretty sure World of Wool do an advent. I'm pretty sure it was World of Wool that was doing a kind of Tour de Fleece advent, which I very, very nearly purchased. But decided not to in the end. Because I was just a little bit nervous about what the colours would be. Because they're not like traditional like dyes or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they blend different fibres. And from the pictures I've seen, they've not really been my cup of tea. God, this just feels like literally like a cloud in my hands. It's insane how soft this is. I already loved spinning, but doing a challenge like this just gives me like a whole new appreciation for this craft. It's like so therapeutic, and there is something so special about knitting with the yarn that you've made with your own two hands. It's crazy, like it just makes me so happy. I was thinking, because I am joining my guild this weekend, they have equipment for hire, and on their website it does say that they have several drum carders. So I was thinking, after this and my grey fleece, I have a blue tassel and a Cheviot fleece in the garage, untouched. I haven't even taken them out of the bags. I literally opened them, confirmed it was a fleece, and closed them up again. What I wanted to do is blend them to be like a really pale grey. I was thinking that I could maybe loan a drum carder to do that, because I don't think I would have the patience to blend and then like properly blend two fleeces together on my hand cards. I know technically this is a blend, but I use such a teeny tiny amount of the BFL that it doesn't really like matter. But I think it would be so cool to try out a drum carder without having to commit to the cost, because they are expensive. Even trying to find one, like a budget one, it like doesn't really exist. I think maybe when I eventually do move into my own house, I can pretty confidently say I'll probably end up investing in a drum carder. But at the moment, I just don't have the space. As you can probably tell, everything is crammed into one room, or like nooks and crannies that I can find in the garage. Oh, I love this so much. I've been receiving so many more lovely comments from people on week 2, and there's still a few people interacting with my week 1 video, which is amazing. I'm just so glad that people are enjoying my content. It made me feel so much better about everything, and I just feel really confident in my decision to begin making videos on the internet. It was so much fun. I was thinking today that it might be fun to make, I know I've also said this before, but to make like project videos. And what I might do is continue with my vlog throughout the week, and then just like randomly release project videos as they happen, or as I finish projects. I think that could be quite cool, because I do have one for my willow shawl that I'm knitting at the moment, which I have been making very slow progress recently, I will admit. But that's because obviously it's been Tour de Fleece, And the hat. I tried the hat on today. It looks really good, like a lot better than I thought. I was really worried that it was going to be too big because I've modified a pattern. Modified a free pattern. But no, it actually looked really good. And I'm kind of upset to be giving it away. I basically just have to knit like 2 more inches of brim. And then it's done. Which will definitely be finished by Saturday when I have to give it. On my granddad's birthday. This is still really nappy. I've decided that I don't care. It's just going to be a little lumpy and bumpy in some places. It'll even itself out with the other plies. And it will be less lumpy and bumpy than my sample. And my sample was like good as well. Anyway. I have another 30-minute clip. This video is going to be so long. So, I think that with that, I'm going to go back to work after I've just finished this tiny little bit here. And probably come back tonight to do some spinning after I've been to see my family. Hello, happy Wednesday. I still don't know what day of Fleece it is, but it is week 3. I do have a glass of wine for no particular reason. I don't know what it is, but it's very nice. I'm not usually a fan of white, and my nan prefers a drier wine. I prefer a sweeter wine. This one is somewhere in the middle. I like it. Anyway, so not the point. I did loads of spinning yesterday. I'll show you where we're at. I'll lift this up for you so you can see. This is how full our bobbin is, which looks like nothing. These bobbins are huge. I am aiming to fill all 3 before I start plying. So this is most definitely not going to be finished by the end of Tour de Fleece. I think maybe 1 of 3 bobbins will be finished if we're lucky. I am obviously going to continue to spin and keep you guys updated. Today I have 5 Rolags left, which doesn't seem like much, but they do last quite a while because I am spinning it so finely. Finally. I swear to God, I've had like 3 sips of this wine and that's it. And I'm just picking out my eyelash. I love spinning from these so much. These have been so much fun from start to finish. I'm also really enjoying spinning on my Argonaut. I feel like this kind of preparation is perfect for this spinner. I've kind of had like no problems, to be honest with you. Apart from if I need to stop, obviously on my treadle wheel, when my feet stop, basically the wheel stops. But this one, it's not an automatic stop. You have to stop what you're doing, turn the like power off, wait for it to stop spinning. It's a bit of a faff. But apart from that, it's been great. And these, I love them. I cannot wait to see what kind of yarn this produces. Obviously my sample is a really good indication, but because I have made very tiny modifications, it will be a tiny bit different. Anyway, I have a couple of things to discuss with you today. So firstly, I've had a lot of people comment after they watched my first Tour de Fleece video, where I was talking about sometimes this hobby can feel quite isolating and or make me feel a little bit lonely because it's not really the kind of thing that you can share with other people. Not in the same way you can play a game with friends, or you can go and play sport with a bunch of people and things like that. And so many people left comments saying that they felt the same way, and actually they really appreciated having found my videos because it made them feel a little less lonely. I am going to say potentially the dreaded word. How do we feel about a Discord? I don't know if this is something that people would be interested in. I don't want to, force people into a thing that they aren't interested in, and at the same time, I don't want to put time and effort into making a thing that people don't want, you know? But if people do want it, then I am keen to create. I think that it could be really, really cool. It'd be a nice way for everybody to kind of keep up with each other, instead of kind of just you guys waiting to see what I might post on here. Or if you follow any of my other socials, I'm on TikTok and Instagram, they're down below. And if you are interested in a Discord, what kind of like see, I don't really know how Discord works, so you will have to forgive me, but I know that within a server you can create different chats for different things, so like knitting, spinning, weaving, and so on. Is there anything specific that people, apart from the like blaringly obvious, that people would be interested in? If you would be interested, please comment down below and let me know. That would be really great, because whilst we can't all meet up and share our hobby together, we can do it online. Yeah, I think that was all that I had to say for that. I also wanted to discuss Fair Isle. I cannot get Fair Isle out of my head. It has been stuck, bouncing around for a few months now. I am so desperate to make something that's Fair Isle. I've just also realised you can't see my spinning, and I'm really sorry about that. There we go. I have a few patterns specifically that I want to talk about today. And I am aware that these are Fair Isle inspired, I believe, and not traditional Fair Isle, which probably goes against what I literally just said about being really desperate to knit Fair Isle. But once I show you the patterns that I'm thinking about, I think you'll understand. So there are two patterns in particular that I'm torn between. I had my laptop here so I could see. I have a few saved. I actually have 10 saved into a Fair Isle folder or tag. Specifically, I would like to make, oh god, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a cowl. It's this one here. I think that this cowl is beaut. It would probably be more of like a headband though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like wearing that as a cowl would feel kind of funny because it would be more like a neck brace, you know? So maybe shortening it into a headband could be really cool. I also am really interested in the Powder Mill cardigan. I think that this cardigan is so beaut, and I really like that it's like a drop shoulder as well. I think that this actually really suits using the like primary colours, but I think it could look equally as nice in a maybe modified palette, maybe a more muted palette, like natural colours maybe. I think that would be absolutely stunning. The one that I am most desperate to make is the poppy vest. I have had literal dreams about this. I am dying to knit this. But specifically, I would like to knit Lu Dang's version. She made a steeking column and turned it into like a vest that opens at the front, and it's not V-neck. I am so desperate to knit this in the same way that she has. I think that it is so nice. However, I have no idea how to steek. And I have also never made any like heavy modifications to patterns in the way that this one would require a heavy modification. So I have messaged her, I did DM her on Instagram and asked if she was able to share her notes, if they existed, if I could provide proof that I had purchased a pattern. Would she be happy to share the notes with me? And I'm pretty sure that as I just started filming, I got a reply, and I'm pretty sure she said yes. So I might be purchasing £80 worth of yarn when I get paid on Friday so that I can make the poppy vest, which does kind of go against everything that I said I was going to do, because my hat, I'm going to finish my hat tomorrow. That'll be 100% done. And once the hat was finished, I was going to cast on my sunny tee, which I do still really want to make. But the poppy vest, I could knit the poppy vest, or do I cast on the sunny tee as I originally said that I was going to, and when I finish my shawl I cast on the poppy tee. So I would still buy the yarn, I just wouldn't start it yet until my shawl was finished, because my shawl is a more complicated pattern. I probably wouldn't enjoy having two complicated patterns on the go. I might appreciate, because I have my sock that I just started yesterday. Did I show you my sock that I started yesterday? I'm going to get that for you in a second, just in case. That is a ribbed sock. Obviously the hat that I'm about to finish, which the sunny tee would replace as my like mindless, because it's literally just stockinette. And then when I finish the shawl, I cast on the poppy tee, which might motivate me to get on and finish the shawl, because I haven't really been feeling like super motivated to knit on that, even though I do really like it. That's not to say that I don't like it. It's just a lot of stitches, and because you're knitting flat, it feels like it takes forever to get to the end of the row, and I lose interest quickly when it's like that. I don't really enjoy purling for like whole rows. So maybe we do that. Maybe that's the sensible option. But that would mean that I still do order the yarn on Friday when I get paid. Because I would like to use the yarn that they recommend, which is the Jameson of Shetland, Spindrift Shetland of Jameson. I don't know what I'm saying. I think you understand what yarn I mean. And I did toy with changing the colours, but I then got really nervous about whether the colours would suit each other or not. And if I am going to knit Ludang's version, then I do really like it, the way that it looks with the like ribbed button band going down the middle and across the neck as well. I do really like that a lot. I think that it's really pretty. And all of the projects that I've looked on Ravelry that use the suggested colours, it suits everyone. So I think it could suit me too. So any steeking and any modification advice is greatly welcomed, because this is going to be an expensive, time-consuming project, and it is one that I would hate to get wrong. So if people have advice, please drop that down in the comments as well. Oh, guys, it looks so good. Ooh, next week there is a county fair that is really close to me. It's the New Forest and Hampshire county fair. It's happening midweek next week, that originally I wasn't able to go to, but I booked next week off work, so me and Joe are gonna go. I think we're gonna go anyway. The tickets are like £30, which I think is kind of expensive, because that's like obviously on top of any money that you spend to do anything. To do anything there, and to like eat, or if you want to buy anything whilst you're there and things like that. But it could be a lot of fun, and if I'm feeling brave, I might take my camera. I don't know. I think that could be well cool, because they have a big section for crafting, and they have a spinning and weaving bit next to where all of the like sheep are. I did look at their competitions, and it doesn't look like they have anything for like knitting or spinning or anything. So I mean, I don't think I would have been able to like submit anything anyway. But it might be good for next year to see if maybe they do. It just isn't labeled very accurately or something, that maybe next year I could like submit something maybe. Who knows. Really quickly, I forgot that I said I would show you my sock. This is where we are at so far. I think I've knit 10 rows, so I want to knit 10 more rows of the ribbing before I go into the main leg pattern. This yarn is by Trudy Hooked. This is from her Disney Something and Villains collection. I did treat myself. I did get 2 in the pre-order. I got this one and the like Cruella de Vil colorway. And this is the one that I did choose. I'm pretty sure I told you about this. But this is where we are at so far. This is on my 2mm Chelgu shorties, and then I'm going to increase to the 2.25s when I get to the main body. And I think that's going to be okay. It recommends, See, the pattern is kind of strange because it's technically a free pattern, but it's like a PDF image of the pattern from a book. And I got this through Ravelry, don't worry, I've not done anything dodgy. So, but it's not, it don't give you like all of the information, but on the Ravelry page it says 2.5, and I think that 2.5 would be too big considering the vanilla sock that I just made was on 2.25. And it was a 64 stitch cast on 2.25, and it still has room. It is not a tight sock. It's not super baggy, but it is definitely not a tight sock. So I'm not going to knit a gauge swatch for a sock, because if it doesn't work then I'll just undo it and re-knit it, and I've really not lost that much time. So I'm hoping that that comes out okay doing it that way. I looked through other people's like pattern notes on Ravelry, and there is a real mixed bag of needle sizes. There's 2.5, 2.25, sorry, as well, and 2.75. So I'm just going based on my experience, and hopefully we get a usable sock. Also, I guess this is normal, but I have like loads of yarn left over from my socks, like enough to knit a second pair. Is that normal? Because what if I don't want to knit, or at least like not straight away. I don't want to knit a second pair using the same colorway, and I don't want to just constantly knit socks for other people. I was thinking that after I've knit like a few different types, I can like pair yarn colors together and do like colorwork socks maybe. But what do you guys do? I'm asking you guys so many questions today, or this week. Yeah, food for thought. Food for thought indeed. Hello, welcome to Thursday. I have bad news. I only have 2 row legs. I did spend some time making some row legs yesterday, and this is as far as I got because I kept getting distracted, but now it means that I have nothing to spin, because 2 is not really enough to be an enjoyable amount. I'd like 5 at least. So that means that we have to spend some time doing some combing before we can have fun. So that is, I keep saying combing, I mean carding. I have my Ashford hand cards here, and I have my lap mat that I sewed for spinning. I'm not going to show you because it's awful, it's literally terrible. But I keep scratching my legs when I do this, because I keep doing it with shorts on, and I don't really want to put trousers on, so I'm going to use this to cover my leg instead, so that I stop scratching my leg. Because it hurts, especially when you scratch over scratches. So I have my trusty dog brush here. One person told me to just invest in a flicker brush, so I'm thinking about doing that. I'm also still stuck thinking about the flipping poppy vest. It's the only thing that I've been thinking about today. It's so frustrating. I don't know how to add a steeking column. I also don't really know how I would read the chart with the steeking column involved. The steeking part doesn't scare me at all. It's the like doing it, like sewing, ow, knitting part. And then also because you're going from a V-neck all-in-one vest to an open round neck vest, how do you modify the like decreases and cast off for the neck? I don't really understand how any of that works. So I don't know if I should just get on and do it, or if I need to like kind of figure that stuff out first, because it's expensive. the yarn for this pattern is going to cost me, with shipping, £80. And shipping, oh, to be fair, shipping is like the cost of like 1.5 balls of yarn, which is like neither here nor there. But it's a lot of money to spend on a project that is involving learning some new things that I don't really know where to learn from. I haven't done any like research. I haven't even Googled how to add steeking column. So I could probably start there. I just am so scared to do it and do it wrong, because I won't know how to fix it, and I don't know anybody that can, like, in person, that can help me. So I'm feeling very stressed. But I think that if I do go ahead with buying the yarn for the poppy vest, then I'm going to put the pixie yarn order that we were just discussing a couple of days ago. I'm going to put that on hold until next month, I think. Because realistically, I'm not going to be knitting that anytime soon. So I'm stressed. I don't know how to do these things. Shall we look it up together live? I say live, it's not live for you. Should I get my laptop out in a minute and have... Ow! Take this piece. There is quite a lot of VM in these pieces. Oh, also, when I was combing yesterday, I got one of the teeth underneath my thumbnail. Yeah, sorry if I just made you cringe. But it hurt me, so it's only fair that it hurts you too. Guys, Tour de Fleece is coming to an end. Oh, God, what am I doing? Tomorrow is the last day. And I feel really bad knowing that I am not going to have another skein of yarn completed. I'd be lucky if I even finish this bobbin. It's taking so much time. Which is okay. I'm very grateful to have a week off work next week, so I can actually get the rest of this fleece washed. I still have like half a bag. It may even be more than half a bag of that fleece, of this fleece. Which is good to know that I'm not going to run out. Unlike with my Shetland, I am concerned that I'm going to run out before I have enough for the original project. But that's okay. I'll just pick something different. It doesn't really matter. And I'll just knit. I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, and like the same with the BFL. I have used maybe double or triple of this amount in my hand right now. I still have the entire bag full. So I don't really have to worry about that. Brush out these tips. Get rid of that little piece. And put it on. Okay. So I have loaded my card. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way, but this way works for me, and I really like how the rolags come out or turn out. What's the... I can't speak. Let's pop you down, and then I like push this one like onto... Ow! I push this one onto my leg, and then I just brush it. And like when I grip the fibers, I'm like trying to pull them down so that they go through all of the teeth. Oh, I can actually see how much of the like fine VM does actually come out. And I do this 3 more times. And then just like that, I've gone over a few times. I just lay it down, and God, this has got longer fibers. And then I just roll it off into a like hot dog, or obviously a rodag. And then I have my rodag. And then if you want, you can like fossil it, just like that. So I'm gonna make a couple more of these. I'm gonna do some research into pattern modification, and then I will be back to do a little bit of spinning. And just like that, Tour de Fleece is over. The last 3 weeks has flown by. It is insane how quickly Tour de Fleece has been and gone. I have had the most fun ever taking part in Tour de Fleece, and I almost want to say that I kind of regret not taking part before, but I wasn't to know, and now I do know. I managed to spin. I know that I did mention this in another clip. I counted the skein that I finished literally the day before Tour de Fleece, so this one does not count. Not including that, I have 7 and a sample skein. I think I probably have spun on like the lower end. I'm sure people usually will spin up a lot more than I have. I'm really happy with the amount that I've spun. It's more than I would normally spin, so I'm really happy. I'm gonna walk you through what we have. So we started off with my Shetland 3-ply. I had 3 skeins of my 3-ply. I did really want this to be a DK. It is definitely thicker than a DK. I accept that now. I am just going to have to find a new pattern for it, and I hope that the spin that I'm halfway through stays the same weight as this and isn't thinner. I have 1 full bobbin, and I have almost half a bobbin full on my kiwi right now of the Shetland. I definitely have spun this finer than the singles that I was spinning this, but I'm not too worried because I know that it blooms, and this does have thinner spots. So as long as like the majority matches, I think that it's going to be fine. I can't remember if I literally just said this. I have actually decided that I love this. I think that 3-ply yarns are gorgeous. There is such a noticeable difference, I find. This looks much rounder. It is much neater. It is much more consistent because the 3-plies balance each other out. And I think I might be hooked on 3-ply yarn. I really, really love these. I also think that the colour is beautiful. So that is that, and obviously we still have some more on my kiwi, and then I finished this skein. This goes with the one that I just said doesn't count. This was spun up using a braid from Fibre Junkie on Vinted. I am really happy with this. There are thick spots, there are thin spots. I think it kind of adds to its charm. I love this yarn so much. I'm going to say this for every single skein, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I think the colours are gorgeous, and I can't wait to knit with these. I'm not telling you individual meterage. I'm going to tell you at the end how many meters in total I've spun. This is a 2-ply. Having looked at my Shetland 3-ply, I kind of wish that this was a 3-ply too. And then I spun up, I'm pretty sure I have this in the right order, not that it really matters. I spun up my sample of my Beaumont BFL combo, and this told me what I needed to do when I come to doing the actual spin, any adjustments that I need to make, and I am really pleased with this. This sample turned out better than I thought it would, and I'm pretty confident that the actual spin is going to be even better. So with the actual spin that I was spinning on my Argonaut, I am this far through the first bobbin. Yes, that's right, the first bobbin of 3. This has taken me a week to get this far. I don't know if you can see all of the individual rows. Oh my god, this has taken some doing. I cannot believe how much these bobbins hold. I haven't measured out how much is on here. I haven't counted how many row lags I've been using. I might weigh it when this bobbin is finished and compare it to an empty bobbin. This is taking forever. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a lot of yarn from this, which is perfect. Because then it just means I have to, technically, I'm not spinning loads of rounds, if you understand what I mean. Sorry, it is so hot in my room. It rained for 3 seconds this morning and I was so excited. It's immediately hot. So I am really pleased with how this spin is going so far. I'm enjoying this so much more than I thought that I would. And I'm really excited to keep going with this today. Then these are also spun with braids from Fibre Junkie, and oh, sorry, I couldn't hold them. And it is these skeins here, these really beautiful and bright yarns. Love. I also kind of now wish that I did spin this as a 3-ply. I think it would be so cool to see how these turned out, but that's fine. There is more fibre in the world, there is more yarn to be made. The tub under my bed is literally overflowing with fibre. The lid won't close anymore. So there is so much more where this came from. And I had a lot of fun spinning this. No, I just barefaced lied to you. Half of this was fun, half of this was hell. I was trying to figure out the settings on my Argonaut using these braids, and every time I thought that I cracked it, it immediately wasn't working anymore. I kind of understand the wheel better now, and I'm feeling a lot better about it. I would be curious to see, after spinning 3 bobbins of my combo fleece, I would be curious to see how I would handle a braid with the like experience that I have on that wheel now. So I think what I would do is, once the 3 bobbins are done and plied, I will pick a braid and see how it handles before I go back to spinning the fleece, I think, but we'll see. So that is all of the yarn that I have spun for Tour de Fleece this year. I'm really, really pleased. I had a lot of fun taking part in Tour de Fleece this year, and I will definitely be taking part in every other year moving forward, assuming that I am able to. This has just really like reignited my love for spinning. I think that sometimes I forget how much I enjoy it when I maybe have a little break away from spinning, because whilst I'm doing it, I'm like, oh my god, I could do this all day, every day. But having said that, I am really looking forward to getting back to my one true love, which is knitting. So I have added together all the meters for all of the skeins, and it is not a huge amount. I have spun a total of 920 meters across the 7 skeins and the sample. I didn't go into this with a specific amount in mind. I had said it would be nice to finish at least one of the fleeces. I understand that maybe that was a little ambitious, but my main goal was to spend at least 15 minutes every day, and I did exactly that. I think there was only one day where I actually only spun for 15 minutes across the whole 3 weeks. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching whilst I went through this journey. I would also just like to take a second. We hit 300 subscribers. I think we're actually at 306 subscribers right now, and that is insane. I think we started this with, it was under 100 subscribers, and now we are at 300, and that is just insane to me. I really, really appreciate every single one of you that watched, liked, subscribed, left a comment, because there were loads of comments, by the way, and I loved reading every single one of them. So thank you so much, guys. You've really inspired me and motivated me to continue with making content. Not that I wasn't going to. It just is nice to know when people are enjoying it, you know? To close out, because I know that I did ask you several questions throughout the video, the most important, I think, was the pixie yarn. Sage, symbiotic. What do we think? How do we feel? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.